In this video, we shall prove the uniqueness part of fundamental theorem by proving this lemma. This lemma says that if G is a finite abelian group of prime power order, and if we factor G in two ways, H1, H2, Hm, and K1, K2, Kn, where Hi and Ki are non-trivial cyclic subgroups of G, and also that order of H1 is greater than equal to order of H2 and so on, and similarly Ki's are also in decreasing order, then this lemma says that this number is same, that m is equal to n, and order of each Hi is equal to order of Ki. So this will prove the uniqueness part of the fundamental theorem. We shall prove the lemma by induction on the order of G. If order of G is P, then G itself is cyclic, and so there is nothing to prove because G can be factored in only one way. G itself is cyclic, there is only one factorization. So suppose that the result holds for all groups of order less than the order of G, and we shall prove the result for G. Consider this set Gp, which is obtained by taking pth power of all the elements of G. So x to the power p such that x is in G. We prove that this Gp is a subgroup of G. So for this we take two elements in Gp, A and B. Then A is p power of some element and B is p power of some element xy in G. Now what is AB? AB is xp into yp, which we can write down as xy raised to power p, and so this belongs to Gp. So AB is in Gp, this implies that Gp is a subgroup of G. Similarly, each HIP is a subgroup of HI, which is further subgroup of G, and each KIP is a subgroup of Ki and further subgroup of G. Let X be an element of G which is direct product of H1, H2, Hm. Then we can write X as the product of H1, H2, Hm, where each Hi is an element of Hi. Now if we apply p power to x, then we get that x to the power p is equal to h1p, h2p up to hm raised to power p. But each HIP belongs to capital HIP, so this element belongs to this group. So this shows that GP is contained in H1P, H2P up to HMP, but each HIP is contained in GP because HI is contained in G, and so this product H1P, H2P, HMP is contained in GP, and this shows that GP is exactly equal to the product of these HIPs. Now we show that GP is in fact the direct product of these subgroups. Since Hi intersection with this factor is 1 because G is the direct product of these Hi's, therefore this intersection is also 1 because each HIP is a subset of Hi. So this is this whole is ultimately a subset of this thing. So because this is 1, so this should also be 1, and this shows that GP is a direct product of these subgroups. And similarly, we can show that GP is also the direct product of KIPs. Now it may happen that some HI raised to power P becomes trivial. For example, if order of HI is P, then every element of HI would be of order P. So x to the power P will be 1 for all x in HI. So HIP will become trivial. Therefore, we assume that m dash is the largest integer such that hm dash raised to power p is non-trivial. So that means after this number, that means hm dash plus 1p and so on up to hmp, all of these subgroups are trivial. Similarly, we suppose that n dash is the largest such that kn dash p is non-trivial. Then gp will become this one h1p, h2p up to hm dash p. because all other remaining factors are trivial now, so they can be ignored. Similarly, Gp is equal to K1p, K2p up to Kn dash p. Now, order of Gp is strictly less than the order of G because G will contain elements of order p also by Cauchy's theorem, and so those elements will become 1. All p order elements of G will become 1 in Gp, so order of Gp is strictly less than order of G. So we can apply induction on Gp now. Gp is direct product of these m dash factors and these n dash factors. So by induction hypothesis, m dash should be equal to n dash, and order of each HIP should be equal to the order of the respective KIP. Consider the quotient group HI modulo HI raised to power p. HI is cyclic, so suppose that HI is generated by A. Let XHIP be an element in this quotient group HI modulo HIP. So X will be in HI. If X is in HI and HI is generated by A, so X we can write down as A raised to power R for some R. Then XHIP will become A raised to power R HIP, but this we can write down as Rth power of A HIP. So every element in the quotient group HI modulo HIP is a power of A HIP. So that means it is generated by this element. So this quotient group is also cyclic. Now if XHIP is any element in this group, quotient group HI modulo HIP, then if we apply pth power on this element, it becomes x raised to power p HIP, but x raised to power p will be an element of HIP, so this will become simply HIP. In particular, if HI modulo HIP is generated by this element BHIP, then if we apply pth power on this element also, it will become HIP. So this element is also killed by p power, so its order is exactly p, and so this order of this cyclic group is also equal to p, because order of the cyclic group is equal to the order of its generator. And from here, because order of HI modulo HIP is order of HI divided by order of HIP, so we get that order of HI is equal to p times order of HIP, and this is true for all I from 1 to m dash. And similarly, order of Ki, by the same reasoning, order of Ki is p times order of KIP. But order of HIP is same as order of KIP by induction hypothesis, and hence order of HI is same as order of KI for each I from 1 to m dash. We earlier saw that if order of HI is p, then HIP becomes trivial, and we now notice that HIP is trivial only if order of HI is exactly p. Now, because if Hi is cyclic of order greater than or equal to p square, then it would contain an element, say A, of order greater than equal to p square. For example, if Hi is cyclic of order exactly p square, then it will contain an element of order p square, which is the generator of Hi. And so A to the power p will not become 1, and so Hip will not become trivial. So this we have observed now that HIP is trivial only if order of HI is P. And similarly, KIP is trivial only if order of KI is P. Now G was of this type H1, H2, HM dash, then HM dash plus 1 up to HM. We suppose that these groups raised to power P all are trivial. So the number of trivial HIP is m minus m dash, because these are m minus m dash in number. And similarly, the number of trivial KIP is n minus n dash. And because if hm raised to power p is trivial, then order of hm will be exactly p, that we have just noticed this thing. So the order of all these HIs starting from here to here is p. Now up to m dash n dash, we have proved that these corresponding groups are of same order, and now we know that the remaining groups, the remaining these HIs and remaining these KIs are all of order p. So to show, just to show that orders of these groups are same, we just have to show that m minus m dash is equal to n minus n dash. Now the order of G is the product of the order of H1, order of H2 up to order of Hm. This we can write down as up to order Hm dash. The remaining HIs all are of order P, so remaining order will be this one, P raised to power m minus m dash. Similarly, order of G we can write down as order of K1, K2 up to Kn. Then order of K1, K2, Kn dash, and the remaining KIs are all of order P, so remaining order is P to the power n minus n dash. So this number and this number both are order G, so that means these two are equal, these two numbers are equal, but order of H1 is same as order of K1. So up to here all orders are same, so these two remaining numbers should be same. So P to the power m minus m dash is same as P to the power n minus n dash, and this shows that m minus m dash is equal to n minus n dash. This proves this lemma and the fundamental theorem of finite abelian groups. We shall write a cyclic group of order n as Cn generated by A. So its elements are a square, a to the power n minus 1, and then 1, that is a to the power n. We shall write this way if we write the operation multiplicatively, but if we write the operation additively, then a cyclic group of order n we shall write as Zn simply. Zn is generated by 1 and its elements are 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n minus 1. Now, how to write a given abelian group into direct product of cyclic groups? This we can understand with the following example. So, suppose we have a group G of order 1176. If we write its prime factorization, then it is 2 cube into 3 into 7 square. So, first we can write down G as the direct product of G2, G3 and G7, where G2 is equal to those elements of G which are killed by 2 cube, and G3 is those elements of G which are killed by 3, and G7 is group of those elements of G which are killed by 7 square. Order of G2 is 8, order of G3 is 3, and order of G7 is 49. Now let us factor G2, G3 and G7 into cyclic groups one by one. First let us consider G2. G2 is of order 8, so its elements can be of order 1, 2, 4 or 8. If G2 contains an element of order 8, then G2 itself is a cyclic group of order 8. So in this case, G2 will be isomorphic to a cyclic group of order 8. But if G2 does not contain an element of order 8, then all its elements will be of order 1, 2 or 4. If G2 contains an element of order 4, in this case one factor of G2 will be C4 and other factor will be C2. But if G2 also does not contain an element of order 4, then all the elements of G2 will be of order 2. So G2 will be isomorphic to C2, C2 and C2. So G2 can be isomorphic to C8, C4 cross C2 or C2 cross C2 cross C2. Similarly, G3 can be isomorphic to only C3. G7 can be isomorphic to C49 or C7 cross C7. So G2 has three choices: C8, C4, C2 or C2, C2, C2. G3 has only one choice, that is C3, and G7 has two choices, C49 or C7, C7. So overall G has six choices. So there can be six types of abelian groups of order 1176, and these are the six types written multiplicatively. If we write the group additively, then these are the six types of an abelian group of order 1176. Consider this group G under multiplication modulo 65. So multiplication is under modulo 65, and this group G consists of 16 elements. So it's an abelian group of order 16, that is 2 to the power 4. So G can be isomorphic to one of the following 5 groups. It can be Z16, it can be Z8 direct sum Z2, it can be Z4 direct sum Z4, or can be Z4 Z2 Z2, or can be Z2 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 Z2. Now how many abelian groups of order p to the power n are there? That depends on the number of partitions of n. In this example we have n equal to 4, and 4 can be partitioned in 5 ways. We can write 4 as simply 4. We can write 4 as 3 plus 1. We can write 4 as 2 plus 2. We can write 4 as 2 plus 1 plus 1, or we can write 4 as 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Notice that this partition corresponds to this group 2 to the power 4, 16, 2 to the power 4. Then corresponding to this partition we have this group 2 cube and 2, Z8, Z2. Corresponding to this partition we have this group. Corresponding to this partition we have this group, and corresponding to this partition we have this group. These integer denotes the powers of 2, whatever the prime is. Here prime is 2. So this group, given group G, can be one of these 5 groups. So let us explore which of these 5 groups is isomorphic to the given group G. To find the isomorphic type of G, we first find the orders of each element of G. So these are the orders of the elements of G. The first element identity has order of course 1. To find the order of 8, we find the powers of 8 because group is multiplicatively written. So 8 to the power 1 is 8, 8 square is 64, 8 cube is 512, and 8 to the power 4 is 4096, which is congruent to 1 modulo 65. So order of 8 is 4. Similarly, by finding the powers of all these elements, we can find the orders of these elements. Notice that there is no element of order 16 or of order 8 here. So G cannot be isomorphic to Z16 or Z8 direct sum Z2, because Z16 contains an element of order 16 and Z8 direct sum Z2 contains an element of order 8. Also notice that the group G contains some elements of order 4, so G also cannot be isomorphic to Z2, Z2, Z2 and Z2, because in this group all the elements are of order 2. So the only possibility left for G is that G can be isomorphic to Z4, Z4, or G can be isomorphic to Z4, Z2, Z2. Now this group Z2, Z2, Z2 is a subgroup of Z4, Z2, Z2, and this Z2, Z2, Z2 contains 8 elements of order 2, and so Z4, Z2, Z2 also contains 8 elements of order 2, but the given group contains only 3 elements of order 2, and so G cannot be isomorphic to Z4, Z2, Z2, and hence G is isomorphic to Z4 direct sum Z4.